and welcome to my channel. Today I want to pimp up my old clock. It doesn't work anymore and I thought I'd try to fix it, put a new clockwork in there, and let's see how it goes. My plan for this old watch is a galaxy kind of thing. So I took the watch apart and I colored the frame blue with glitter, and I put black acrylic color on the clock face. Once that was done, I let it dry thoroughly. I colored some resin with black pigment paste. That doesn't have to be opaque. It's because we already put dark color on the clock face. I stuffed the hole in the middle with a little piece of Play-Doh so the resin wouldn't leak through. And that little indent on top, it's a hanger, and I wanted to hang the clock back on the wall, so I have covered that too. And now I'm pouring my black resin all over the clock face. It's a very thin layer, but this is way enough for that. I try to push my resin throughout the clock face so it's all evenly coated. But that took me too long, so I decided to pick the whole thing up and tilt it so everywhere is a little bit epoxy. It's really just a thin layer, but if more is needed, then I can put some on later. At this point, I put a higher speed on so you wouldn't have to watch for hours. It's only like filling up resin, blowing with the torch or with the heat gun to get the bubbles out. It's every time the same thing, so we don't have to watch it over again in slow motion. It is 6 or 7 hours later and I'm ready to mix my colors. Here I have a warm gold. And you don't really need much because we have such a little space to fill up. And some teal. This is beautiful. I like that. I just bought that. And some dark purple. Somehow it looks blue on there now, but it's purple. I like that too. And this one was supposed to be like kind of little white, but it's like champagne gold. I didn't really want it, but I used it because I mixed it up already. And some magenta. And the magenta must be some color shift mica powder because it looks like it. I can't really tell because this was a cheap Chinese buy from Amazon. Yeah, it's like that. So, and I have leftover clear resin and I put some iridescent glitter in there. It's like rainbow glitter. Not much because I just wanted a little sparkle on the main layer. So as you can see, I was trying something out with the iridescent flakes, but it didn't work the way I wanted. But I think I couldn't get them back out. Nevertheless, now when I pour the clear resin with the glitter in, you'll see it's like stars, a million stars. I like that. This is so beautiful. And I wish the sparkle could stay like this even when it's hardened. But that doesn't work, you know. Doesn't it look like stars and uh, I don't know, I really like that. Even though it's a very thin layer of resin, um, you can see the glitter works in there. It goes up to the bottom, and while doing that, it sparkles a lot. I take my heat gun and try to blow out the bubbles in there. And as you can see, the glitter still moves and it sinks to the bottom, and only then it stops moving. First, I take the purple color, and I don't even have no rhyme or reason which color to take first. I don't have no plan. I just pour the colors in there, how the cups are arranged on my table. The second one is this beautiful teal color I just bought. That's the first time I used it, and I'm in love. Don't you think it's pretty? Oh my God. And I don't really take much color because we have such a little space to fill up, and I don't want to overcrowd it. The third one is the magenta, and I think those colors, they really look nice together. There is no rhyme or reason how to apply your colors because you blow it with the heat gun anyway around in that mold. So here I'm taking the warm gold, and I'm not taking a lot of it because I think a lot of times gold takes over too much in the pieces that I do. So I take it really sparingly. And I will also take not much of the champagne gold color um, because you can't take anything out of it anymore. So start with less, and you can always add more if you need or want more. Now I'm trying to blow out the colors with my heat gun, especially the gold, because I don't want it to stay in one spot. That always looks kind of funny to me. And then I want to achieve some kind of galaxy nebula, and that therefore it has to be like some wispy colors and wispy gold and wispy glamour glitter stuff like that. And yeah, it always looks so good when the resin starts moving and is like hypnotizing me. I could watch this for hours. And here I go, putting some more color in, even though my piece is kind of small and it doesn't really need much more color to it. But then I thought I still have it, so why not? So I blow the colors that I put in last around, and as you can see, the gold color is already sank to the ground, and I don't want it to be in one solid block over there. So I'm just like swirling it around with my heat gun. I wish somebody would have told me, don't put no more color in there. It's already enough, but there is no one to tell me. So I put some more color in there and, try to blend it with my heat gun. And again, even I put the gold in just like 2 seconds ago. Uh, it sank to the ground, and that's why I wanted to blow it out that much. And um, but it's like mixing in the colors, and it glitters now all over, and I like that too. Now I'm putting some iridescent flakes on top of it to add more interest and depth in that whole piece. And yeah, just a little bit and just on one spot. I wanted to poke in the iridescent flakes, but I noticed while I'm doing that that the colored resin flows on top of them, and you won't see much more of the iridescent flakes anymore. So I just um, do that on a few spots, and I'll leave it. So now I'm zooming you in for a little close up, and look how that sparkles. I love it. I'm a girl. I love sparkle. Can't help it. I have some of the clear resin with the glitter left, and I pour it in there um, to add some more interest. I go back in with my heat gun to mix the clear resin somehow with the colors, and because I don't want no harsh lines in there, so I try to blow everything a little bit around. And I overdone it again because I blew the iridescent flakes all over the place, even though I wanted them only in the middle spot, like where I put them. But next time it's gonna be different. Maybe not better, but it's gonna be different. It's 10 to 12 hours later. The resin has hardened, and now I'm trying to install my clockwork. So I take the Play-Doh out of the hole in the back, and take my little Dremel kind tool and drill a hole where the needs to go through. While doing that, I every now and then try it out if the hole is large enough to fit the clockwork in there. I sped this part up because it took me a while to get it right, and it's kind of boring for you to watch that long. I have a new clockwork for that old watch, and I painted the old hands gold because I wanted to use them over, but that didn't work. So I took the new ones out of the package and trying to find another one. Here I got a gold one with a little romantic touch, and I used that one. Ever since I haven't made one of those clocks yet, I had to figure out what kind of parts I would be needing and where they go. Um, yeah, this is the clockwork, and I'm trying to fit it in. This white screw has to fit in the hole, and the hand's gonna be on top of that. But first of all, we have to screw the clockwork on the clock face with some extra screws. Now I'm screwing the clockwork on there, and on top of that they're going to be the hands. But you got to be careful, because if the resin piece is too thick and the knob won't fit through it, or is too short, you will never get the hands on that watch. So you got to be careful making your watches not too thick. I did double check if the clock has the 12 clock point on top, because you have to put the handles all together at the position of the 12. First, I had to figure out how and which hand is supposed to be the first going on top or on the bottom. So I seen that the hands have different size holes. So the one with the biggest hole is going to be the bottom, and the one for the seconds is going to be all the way on top. The hand for the seconds doesn't have any hole. It has like a spike where you uh, stick it on top, and that fixes the hands on the clock. Of course, I turned the watch, and uh, the hands didn't hit the 12 o'clock point, and they were somewhere, but not where they're supposed to be. So, yeah, it's not that easy to put them on, especially if you have no numbers on your clock. Those hands, they are so fragile. I didn't even want to really touch them and trying to handle them with care, because if they get bent, they won't like pass each other anymore, and they have to be straight to pass each other. So I managed to put the hands on, and now is the last one for the seconds with that little pin, and that's supposed to be it. So, and here I did bend while I'm installing the hands, the second hand a little bit, and it didn't pass the other hands, so I have to bend it again to make it like all good. So, and this is how it's supposed to look when the watch is working. I always say watch, doesn't it? The name is clock, right? Oh my God. So please hang in there with my bad English. This clock has a glass cover, but I figured out that this doesn't work because the clockwork with the hands is too high. So if I put the glass back on, the hands won't be able to move. So I just didn't use the glass at all, and I screwed the frame back on the base, and that's about it, you know. And my hubby gonna be hanging it in his office, and I hope he likes it. Thanks for watching, and I hope you had a lot of fun just like me. If you like what I did, please subscribe to my channel or ring the bell or leave a thumbs up. I'd like that very much and it's very much appreciated. Until next time, bye bye!